be one that took a long time on my warm-up and mobility, but since coming back from injury, during the rehab stages, I spent a long time working the mobility and the mechanics of movements. So now I make sure that before any sort of lifting or gymnastics session, I spend a good 20 to 30 minutes making sure everything is switched on and I'm moving correctly. It was a little on the minute, every minute bar muscle up session, and then a handstand walking ladder. So I had to go forward 1 metre and then backwards and then 2 metres and then 4 and then I had a little gymnastic workout. It's painted, so it's slippy as opposed to the other bars. I'm quite used to using the non-coated bars, so I get a really good grip. A lot of the competition bars have like a coating, so they're slippy, so I'm trying to force myself to get used to doing bar muscle ups on a slippy bar. after heavy kettlebell swings every time going on some muscle ups. Oh, interesting. Nice workout there. Take fish oil with my breakfast, and then I take 2 when I take my protein, and then 2 later on after I've trained again, and then 2 with my evening meal. VitD take with my breakfast, and magnesium I take half an hour before bed, empty stomach. My daily eating regime tends to be pretty much the same every day. My breakfast consists of, I have a banana while I'm cooking, and I make scrambled eggs with coconut oil, and I add peanut butter into my eggs, which some people find funny, but it's nice, the peanut butter melts into the eggs. My lunch tends to be either some sort of salmon or chicken, turkey. Sometimes I'll get some salad with that, or as I had today, baby foods. Sweet potato, broccoli and carrots. A good source of carbs, and I'll have some sort of fats. Today I had almonds. And then my evening meal, I'll have some kind of meat, whether it's a steak or chicken again, or fish. Then I'll have some proper vegetables. I like spinach, sweet potato and avocado. And that's my eating. I tend to just have 3 meals a day. After each training session, I will have a recovery shake. I tend to find that I do pretty well just having 3 meals a day rather than lots of small meals. We're going to CrossFit Reebok 3D, and that's where my coach works, or he owns. Yeah, I think you've definitely got to have the right team behind you. So on top of Carl, he's kind of like the CrossFit guy. I've got Sean Lind, who programs my gymnastics, and then I've got Laura Sweat, who's currently programming Westside conjugate lifting, just to try and run through a strength cycle to try and get my posterior chain. So it's a combination of it all coming together that will hopefully see me develop more, ready for next year. No, but just because I won this year doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to win again next year. Everybody else is going to be working on their weaknesses, getting stronger, getting better. So, and obviously the workouts will be completely different next year. So I've got to look at how I did this year. Where were my weaknesses? How can I improve on them but still grow in other areas as well? So I think a definite one for me is, even though I've improved my strength quite a lot, I'm still definitely not one of the stronger athletes. So I'm always trying to work on that strength. At the same time, I don't really want to get much bigger, because then that'll affect my gymnastics and the endurance events. So it's trying to balance how much bigger do I want to get in order to be stronger, but without having a negative effect on the areas that I'm now more efficient in.
So where we're at right now is preparing Sam both physically and mentally for next year's games to defend a title. Sam was always a good one for doing a lot of work. She was very resilient as an athlete, so she was always able to just keep going, another workout, which didn't necessarily mean she hit everything with absolute intensity for her, which is where the results lie. Hers was a lot of she just do volume, but always at a lesser degree of intensity. So we kind of readjusted that and made sure that her volume was managed better, so she could apply a lot more intensity, and that got more results.
Sam's going to be setting a 1 rep max push press and then a 3 rep max hang squat clean. We'll see how she goes. Smashed her upper body this morning, so we'll have to see how the push press goes, but it'll still be good, still be heavy. Still be significantly more than I can do, which is always humbling. Squat cleans again, that'll be heavy as well. It's your heaviest from the hang anyway. For one, it's probably the same as your squat, about 90?
92.
Yeah. So I'd probably say around about the low 80s to middle 80s would be good. See how we go. We'll see.
This thing at DWF, I think I made the 80 there complex.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Brace and chase. After the hips driven, there's a little bit of a push back and away, which is then just making it a lot harder to actually get that lockout because Sam's backing away from the bar, so trying to keep her a lot more locked down, keep that torso more of an unmoving mass, and then hopefully that will give her connection to her hip a little better.
Leaning right back with it.
Yeah.
Sam's overall week, probably tweak a little, but as you can see, Monday through Sunday, it normally follows some degree of progressions and strength work on both Olympic lifting and gymnastics as the main body, because that was where our traditional weaknesses lay, so that's where we've continued with the going through. Lifting, that's not necessarily Olympic lifting, that's also the West Side program that she follows, so We have lifting and gymnastics being the theme. And we're also going to switch out the ollie lifting soon. But anyway, this is the basic format. This is what it sticks to. It's always changing based on her travel plan and how she's feeling. Lifting gymnastics, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday we have Olympic lifting and a recovery. So we'll have generally a longer, no real intensity on that one, but just tick over kind of deal. That's where her strengths lie anyway. So whereas that would most likely hand most people their rear end, that for Sam is a recovery. So she'll go and do like 5K, something weird like that. Then back onto the same format, lifting and gymnastics, Olympic lifting on its own, and then active recovery. So you can see it kind of recycles that way, same format.
Sam is just resilient. Main strength is she can just keep going where most other people will drop off. That means in a workout, most people will drop off. She'll keep going. It means with her training volume, she can just keep pushing through, just resilient all the way around, you know, like it's, you see it in the workouts, she just goes, switches off, goes. We're just trying to keep it purposefully, just working on speed under the bar and avoiding. Sometimes Sam has a tendency to jump forwards, so we're just trying to make sure that we get that initiation of going backwards or stacking grounded on the bar. Yeah. And then when Sam lands, sometimes the back has a tendency around, so just keeping eyes out for that and making sure if we get an improvement in the catch, which we are, so perfect. Come on. Yeah, good luck. Go. Yeah, attack. Up. Yeah, you got it. Come on. Come on. Attack it, not like that. Go on. Right. Third box. Good work. Just got to get you the most amount out. Stay back, speed.
Fine, I just felt it on the third one. When it gets heavy, I start with a wide grip, and as I'm cleaning, I bring my hands in. I suppose it's like a security thing, like get close, but then it makes it harder because then the next rep my hands are in closer. T-Rex. 8 to 5 used to be like a sticking point for me.
That'd be like 1 rep max territory.
Yeah. So to get 3 like that is good for me.
Yeah, right. And the first 2 were piss. Really, really easy. Stood up well, and just because of the things you mentioned and getting pulled forward after the load as well. That's the only reason why you found it harder to stand up on the third. The first 2 were easy. Came up from like a.
The other competitors, the ones that are there or thereabouts, I always think that the top end in CrossFit is much like any top golf tour, where you have like the winner could be any one of 5 or 6 depending on the events, you know, so you never really know. But I think you've always got your strong athletes out there. Lindsay's strong, Camille's strong, Elizabeth's strong, Talania's strong. I could go on, I could just simply say like, list all of the top 10. They're all fantastic. Julie Fouché will be coming back. Annie when she's back as well. These are, you know, like, what have I named? 6, 7 already. So
yeah,
any one of those is Sam's competitors, you know.
I had a few goals for the games. Obviously, the main goal I reached winning the games. There were a few workouts. There was one that I was disappointed with, and that was the legless rope climb workout. It's the first time I've ever gone to failure on a rope climb. My goal at the games was I wanted to get back in the top 5. I was coming back from injury and being 4th in 2011. I was aiming to be at that high standard again. Obviously, to be on the podium and be first was more than I could have hoped for. But it just proved that the hard work that I've put in over the last 2 years was definitely worth it. I think you can't take away how good an athlete Annie and Julie Fouché are, but at the same time the workouts are different each year, so just because Annie's won previous years doesn't mean that she would have won this year. Some of the workouts would have suited her, some of them definitely wouldn't have. So it would have been interesting to see how well she would have done had she been fit, and we'll see what happens next year if they're both back.
Go, win the games again. Pretty easy.